Okay, guys, let's get started. So we are going to discuss about Microsoft Intune. Okay, so Microsoft Intune is a Microsoft product, right? That product came into the market in the year 2010. Okay, one minute, guys. Okay,
Yeah, because if I'm at the page, it is asking for the state, like a country, language,
okay,
all this.
okay. I'll come back to you. Now,
Okay.
so we are going to discuss about Microsoft Intune. It's a Microsoft product. Now, this product came into the market in the year 2010. Okay. Now, this product was not doing well before because it was not having all the features what it has now. So um, this product was doing okay, but after COVID-19, most of the people started working from home. So after 2020, what happened? This is moving like a monster, and also Microsoft has added many features into this one. So what all things you can do from this product? So basically you can do mobile device management. Okay, mobile device management and mobile application management. Mobile device and mobile application. Okay, now what all mobile devices you can manage? Now basically you can manage Android operating system, right? Then you can manage iOS operating system, iPad. Okay, then Windows 10 and 11, right? Then Linux operating system, and the last one is the Mac operating system. So basically you can manage devices which has Android operating system, iOS operating system like iPhone, iPad, um, Windows 10 and Windows 11 computers, either it's a desktop or a laptop or virtual machine. So you can manage them, Linux boxes and Mac operating system. What it cannot manage, Intune cannot manage, is Windows Server. Okay, Intune is not managing Windows Server. So who will manage Windows Server? Windows Server will be managed by SCCM, System Center Configuration Manager, or the new name is Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager, MECM. Okay, excuse me. Now, so it can manage Android, iOS, iPad, Windows 10, Windows 11, laptops or computers or virtual machines, Linux boxes, Mac operating system. Then it can manage mobile applications. So mobile application, there are various applications which it can manage. For example, Office 365 application. Okay, so you can create a policy around it, how application will be controlled in the devices, right? How the application will open, whether it should ask for any multi-factor authentication or not, or when it will open, will it ask for any password or something, right? So all those things you can define in Intune. Now, why do we need to manage devices? Now, suppose you join a company, any company, let's say ABC Private Limited. Okay. Now, this is the name of the company. Now, you joined, or there are like um, 10,000 employees, right? 10,000 employees. Some of the employees are there in New York. Okay. For example, there are like 2,000 employees are there in New York. Some employees are there in Mumbai. Let's say 5,000 employees are there in Mumbai. Some employees are there in London. 2,000 employees are there in London. Okay. 1,000 employees are there in Paris. So there are, for example, New York is the headquarter, right? And Mumbai, London, Paris, these are branch offices. Now people are using computers. So there are 2,000 employees in New York, 5,000 employees in Mumbai, 2,000 employees in London, and 1,000 employees are there in Paris. So total like 10,000 employees. Okay, either you have 10,000 or 50,000 or 100,000 or more than that, right? Now they are using computers. Okay, there 2,000 employees in Mumbai, Paris, Mumbai, right? These are the computers they are using. So they are using either computers or mobile phones to access company resources. You know, they have to check emails. They need to access company applications on their computer or mobile devices. So what we will do, we will enroll these all devices into Intune. All these devices are enrolled into where? Intune. Enrolled. Okay. Whether they are mobile devices or laptops, right? Or desktops or virtual machines. So they are enrolled to Intune. Now the benefit of enrolling the devices, what we will do, you know, we will have, this is Intune portal. This is what? Intune portal or Intune console. We will be able to see those devices, those 10,000 devices. So you will be able to see all those 10,000 devices here, Mumbai devices, London devices. So each one of them will be showing up here, right? All the devices, all those 10,000 devices will be showing up in Intune portal. Now, suppose I have to deploy some applications. So let's say these are New York computers. How many computers are there? 2,000. Now I need to install some application. Okay. For example, Office 365 application I need to install. So what I can do, I can deploy to these 2,000 computers in Intune portal. What will happen? All these 2,000 computers will get Office 365 application. Got it? Suppose these are 2,000 computers in London. These are in London. Okay. I need to install Chrome, right? Google Chrome. So I'll install Google Chrome on these computers. So Google Chrome will get installed in these 2,000 devices, right? Suppose I have to deploy some policies. Let's say these are 5,000 computers in Mumbai. So I have to deploy some policies. So I'll deploy that policy on these 5,000 computers. All those policy will come here. Okay. So what all things we can do We can wipe devices, factory reset devices. We can reset the devices. Okay. We can reset password of the devices. Suppose user is trying to log in, he forgot his password. So either it's a mobile device or laptops, we can reset password. We can send notification to the devices. Send notification. Like um, push notification, which we get generally on our mobiles. We can deploy those kind of notifications to the devices on users' computers. We can see the location of the devices. Where are those devices located? Either they are in Mumbai or London or wherever it is. We can see the location of the devices. We can deploy applications to the devices. Deploy applications. So if user in New York needs something, right, they will just raise a case with us, with the Intune administrator. Intune administrator will deploy application to New York devices. Okay. Intune administrator can deploy application to London devices or Paris devices. We can deploy compliance policies to the devices. Compliance policies to find out whether the devices are compliant or non-compliant. How many devices are compliant with a specific settings. If those settings are present on the devices, then the devices will be considered as compliant, otherwise non-compliant, right? We can deploy configuration profiles. Configuration profiles. So if you would like to make some changes to the devices, um, to apply certain policies, for example, user should not um, access control panel, right? User cannot change wallpaper. User cannot, you know, install any unauthorized applications. So those are policies you can set. So you can deploy the policies on thousands and thousands of computers through Intune, and that policy will get applied on the devices. Okay. Then you can deploy scripts like PowerShell scripts or VB script, other kind of script you can deploy through Intune portal. Or if it's a Linux box, then shell script, right? So you can deploy script. You can get the inventory of the devices. Get inventory. Okay. So suppose if you would like to know in how many computers, Dell computers are there, how many, um, um, you know, computers with 4 gigabyte of RAM, how many computers with uh, 4 core processor, right? So you can get the inventory kind of thing. You will be able to get the serial number of the devices, MAC address of the devices. You will be able to get how much free space in the devices, right? So there are various things which you can do through Intune. Okay. So basically, suppose this is your laptop or your mobile phone, right? We will enroll them into Intune. So all the devices will get enrolled into Intune, and from Intune you can deploy policies and applications and configuration and what not. Okay, so it will be controlled through Intune. So suppose we would like to reinstall operating system on this machine. We have Windows 10 and we would like to reinstall the operating system. We can deploy the policy and the machine will, it will reinstall Windows 10, right? If you have to deploy updates, you can deploy updates as well. You know, to deploy the patches um, on the devices. You can deploy updates on Windows 10, Windows 11 plus on um, mobile devices. You can upgrade devices, upgrades from, let's say this one is Windows 10 and now we would like to install Windows 11 on this machine. So you can upgrade to Windows 11. Okay. So there are various things which you can do from Intune portal. Okay. You don't have to do it manually. You don't have to, let's say people are there in New York and they need to upgrade their machine from Windows 10 to Windows 11. You don't have to travel to New York. Rather, you just create the policy, right? And that policy will get applied to the devices and everything happens on the internet. We know we don't need any LAN connection. Unlike SCCM, in SCCM world, what do? We have on-premises devices. For example, there are like 5,000 devices, and all these 5,000 devices are connected with LAN cable, right? So LAN cable. All these devices are connected with LAN cable. So they are all on-premises devices. So on-premises devices, then you have SCCM server here, which is also connected on the LAN cable. So SCCM server can deploy applications and policies and whatnot on the devices. So this is on-premises kind of scenario wherein SCCM is managing devices. But after COVID-19, most of the people started working from home, or you have hybrid kind of scenarios. Some days you go to office, some days you work from home, right? So Intune is the best solution rather than SCCM, because for SCCM people, you will have to ask user to bring your computer to office network, connect it to the LAN cable, and then get the policies. But Intune, on the other hand, will take the policies, devices will take the policies over the internet, no matter wherever you are. Either you are at home internet connection, or hotel internet connection, or railway station, or airport, or wherever you are, you will get the policies through internet. That's the benefit. So Intune is moving like a monster now after COVID-19. Most of the people, you know, they have migrated from most of the organizations. So big size, right? Big organization and medium size organization. They have implemented Intune to manage their enterprise devices. So even if people are using SCCM, they have migrated themselves from SCCM to Intune, because Intune is better solution rather than SCCM. Now, what will happen to the servers? So SCCM would like to, Microsoft would like to sell both the products. So what Microsoft is doing, Microsoft is focusing Intune for client devices. Okay, Intune will be managing client devices like laptops, desktops, mobile devices, but SCCM will be managing servers. That is what Microsoft um, plan is. They do not want you to use SCCM for client devices. So right now SCCM is managing Windows 10 and Windows 11. Okay, it can manage Windows 10 and Windows 11, but later in the future they will remove that capability. It will be only for SCCM. It will only be for a server, and rest of the devices will have to be managed by Intune. So right now you can manage Windows 10 and Windows 11 and server. So there are two operating systems which you can manage from SCCM, Windows 10 and Windows 11 and server. But after some time, I think this is going to get disconnected. Microsoft will remove this functionality because it's already there in Intune. Intune is already managing Windows 10 and Windows 11. So they are going to remove this one. Okay, you will not be able to manage those operating system from SCCM anymore. Server will be there, so that on premises servers will be, because server is not mobile. You don't take servers out, right? Servers will be there either in the data center or in the on-premises office. It has to be there on a certain location. So SCCM will keep on managing servers, but not mobile devices. Okay. Now, why you should learn Intune? We discussed it earlier. Why Intune? Why not any other mobile device management solution? Because there are many MDM in the market, mobile device management tool. Basically, I'll show you what all Intune competitors. The Intune competitors are BlackBerry, then Zen Mobile from Citrix. Then we have AirWatch from VMware or Broadcom. AirWatch, or the new name is Workspace ONE. Okay. Then you have Goods. Then you have Mobile Iron. Okay. Then you have Tanium. Okay. These are some of the products which does the same thing. It manages mobile devices. Okay. Most of these products are managing what? Mobile devices only. Some of the products are managing Windows 10 laptops as well, like AirWatch. You can manage Windows 10 and Windows 11 computers as well. But most of the um, tools from in the market, like BlackBerry, Zen Mobile, Goods, Mobile Iron, Tanium, these are managing only mobile devices, like iOS devices you can manage, and Android. Okay, you can't manage Windows 10 and Windows 11. Okay, but Intune can manage Windows 10, Windows 11, and mobile devices as well. That's the benefit. So, and also these are tiny competitors. Okay, you will not be able to find it in every locations. However, Intune, you will find it in every location, whether you are in India or Australia or European countries or Asia Pacific countries or America, Canada, okay, Africa. You will find Intune everywhere. Almost all big size and medium size organizations have Intune. Point number one, it's a matured product. So matured product because it released in the market in the year 2010. So it's there in the market for the past 14 years now. Point number two, because it is a matured product, you will find resources. So resource availability. What do you mean by resources? Resources means if you face any challenges in Intune and you just Google it out, you will get n number of websites which will give you the solutions. Let's say you are stuck somewhere or you facing some problem, you just type in the error, right, in Google, and you will get n number of websites which you will be able to find it and resolve your problem. So that's the reason we have, it's a matured product and resources are available. So it's not a new product wherein you find something, if you are stuck somewhere and you find something and you get nothing. Okay. However, it has resources available, so you will not be able to face, I mean, you will not stuck most of the time you will be able to resolve the problem yourself rather than contacting Microsoft. Now, it's a mature product. Resources are available. Point number three, it's there in almost big and medium-sized organization. So you may not find it in small organization, but it's almost there in big organization and medium organization. So because of this, you have good vacancies for Intune administrators. Suppose you are looking for Intune admin vacancies, you upload your resume on job portals like Naukri, Monster, Indeed, Dice, and LinkedIn, right? You need to upload your resume as SCCM, Intune administrator. Then you should be able to get interview calls. Point number five, you also earn good salary in this one as Intune administrator. So those who are working as Intune administrator can expect a salary of 50 USD per hour. $50 per hour. Those who are in India can expect a salary of 8 lakh per annum. Rupees 8 lakh 800,000 per year. That's the average salary, guys. These are average salary, not exact one. Okay. I have my students who are earning more than this, like $80 per hour. Okay. Point number six is so good salary, then no programming languages. You don't need to learn any coding languages. Okay, you don't need to learn any coding languages like C, C++, Java, Python, right? You don't need to learn all those things. Easy to learn. Easy to learn. Unlike SCCM, SCCM is little it's more complex than this one. Intune is pretty straightforward because everything is designed by Microsoft already. You just have to take the subscription and you are ready to go. So no need to manage the no need to manage architecture. So everything is already done by Microsoft and Microsoft is managing the architecture of Intune in the backend. You don't have to manually build any architecture here. You just take the subscription. So it is a SaaS kind of product, software as a service. Software as a service. What is that? SaaS. SaaS means something is already there in the market. You just take the subscription like Gmail. Gmail is already there. You just create your email account and you are good to go. Similarly, here in Intune, you just create your Intune subscription and you are good to go. You don't have to build like Windows server and then install database, install all the prerequisite, unlike SCCM. In SCCM, you have to do all those things. Here, everything is designed by Microsoft and you just have to take the subscription and you don't need to manage those servers, like patch the servers, shut down the servers and then upgrade the server. You don't have to do all those things. Okay, it is all done by Microsoft. So easy to learn. Point number 10, good future. So you can make your career in this one as Intune administrator. Why? Because the way Microsoft is adding features into this one, every month they are adding more and more features in Intune. So it is basically a good product wherein you have you will be able to easily learn this product, and you can um, survive in this field as well. Okay, it's not going away from the market. The way Microsoft is adding, unlike SCCM is already down in the market. People are not using SCCM, only managing servers. But what about the client machines? They are moving towards Intune, right? Now, after this training, if you would like to take exam, okay, so for SCCM, you don't have any exam. We don't have any exam for SCCM. But for Intune, we have MD 102. You need to take this exam and become certified. There are, you need to score 700 out of 1000 to pass the exam. Okay. If you would like to pass the exam, then minimum score is 70%, 700. Okay. Then you will be able to pass the exam. Okay. Now, what I will do, I will give you, with this training, you will get study materials, basically. Study materials. You will get dumps, exam dumps, plus you will get the recording. Every session is getting recorded. And I'm going to share the recording after each session. Then you will get course completion certificate. Okay. So these are the things you will get in this training. Okay. So yesterday, what we did, we have we took Intune. Sorry, put it like this. So yesterday, what we did, we took Microsoft 365 E3 license. Why E3 license? Because that contains Intune license as well. So it has many licenses, including Intune. Okay. So we took E3 license. Point number 2, what we did, we built Windows 10 machine, Windows 10 virtual machine. Okay. To do our lab setup. So everyone, you have to set up your lab, each one of you. Okay. So in order to set up the lab, you need a laptop or a desktop. So suppose this is your laptop. On this laptop, you need to have minimum sorry. So minimum you need to have 8 GB RAM. Then you need to have 4 core processor and 100 GB hard disk space, free hard disk space on your computer. Now on that computer, you will build a new virtual machine. So that will be a VM we have to install. And that will be what? Windows 10 machine we will build. Okay. And we will enroll that VM to Intune. We will enroll that VM to Intune so that we will be deploying policies on that virtual machine. Now you might be thinking, why not the laptop? Why can't we enroll the laptop itself rather than the virtual machine? You can enroll laptop as well, but we will be deploying some policies, some configuration. We will also wipe the device. We will also format the device. Plus, we will install, upgrade the device from Windows 10 to Windows 11. So there are a number of things which we will be doing. So instead of doing it on your laptop, we will do it on your virtual machine. So virtual machine is like, we can format that anytime or go back to the previous snapshot and all. Plus, we will be enrolling Android device or iOS device. So if you have Android and iOS, we will enroll that to Intune. Plus, we will also enroll Linux device. Okay. So Linux, we will also create Linux virtual machine. Okay. We will also enroll Mac device, MacBook. Okay. This will also be a virtual machine. So all we are going to enroll into Intune in our training. Okay. So Windows machine, Android, iOS devices, Linux devices, Mac devices. Understood? Now, this is Intune architecture diagram. So it is done by Microsoft. We don't do anything here. Everything is designed by Microsoft. What you do, you take the subscription and you get this web console. So basically you get web console, and then whatever the configuration and changes you would like to do, you do it through the web console, and your changes and configuration will be recorded and given to Graph API. Graph API is a connection is a communication bridge between you and the Intune services in the backend. So whatever the changes you would like to do, that changes will be taken by Graph API in the backend, and then it will pass on to Intune services in the backend. Okay, so if you have to configure devices, the Graph API is gonna target configure devices. If you are doing to protect data, it's gonna target this one. If you would like to manage application, it's gonna target this one. Okay. Now it has integration with various things like Intune is integrated with Microsoft Entra ID plus SCCM Configuration Manager plus Microsoft 365, right? Plus App Store, Play Store, Windows Store. It has integration with that one. It has integration with Microsoft Defender for endpoint as well. Okay. So there are various things um, which you can do it through Intune. So this is the high level diagram, guys. Okay. Now, Lakshmi, you share your screen. I'm gonna
Yeah,
stop the sharing.
okay, Kaustubh. Hope you guys are able to see my screen.
Yes. So this is a virtual machine which Lakshmi built. Similarly, you guys also need to build a Windows 10 machine. Okay, a virtual machine. And this machine we will enroll into Intune to see how the applications and policies and configuration and everything are deployed in the organization. So we will consider this as one of the organization's machine, and then we will be pushing some policies and application and all and see how it appears in the devices. Okay. Now let's choose the region United States. Okay. Let's go with US. Yeah. Keyboard. Yes.
Skip.
Skip. So we built this machine yesterday. Those who have not done that, I will share the recording with you guys. You can watch the recording and build your Windows 10 virtual machine. Your machine needs to have 8 GB of RAM, 4 core processor, and 100 GB hard disk space.
So are we going to have two VMs running at the same time, the Linux VM and the Windows 10?
If your machine is good, having good configuration to support two VMs running at the same time, you can do that. Otherwise, you will have to shut down one of the VMs. Like Windows, you can shut down and then start Linux, or vice versa. Got it?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, choose the second option, setup for an organization, not personal. Okay, and next. Now, suppose this is a new laptop which is given to Lakshmi. Let's assume that Lakshmi joined an organization, let's say ABC Private Limited, and they have given this new laptop to Lakshmi. Lakshmi has turned on this machine for the first time. Okay, so this is the page which Lakshmi is getting to sign in with login ID and password. Now, who will give the login ID and password? Is the ABC Private Limited IT team, right? The company's IT team will provide username and password to Lakshmi to log into the device, right? So, which we will have to do later on tomorrow. We will see how we can log into the devices, and after login, whether the device will have to be enrolled manually or automatically, that we will see tomorrow. Okay. Now let's take a snapshot of this machine. Okay. Snapshot means capturing the current image of the computer so that in future, if you would like to come back to this stage, you can come back to this stage anytime. So in order to take snapshot, you need to click on machine um, and click on take a snapshot. Click on machine. Yeah. Take snapshot. You can name it as blank machine. I think you have already taken one snapshot. Blank machine. Okay, so in this machine, we haven't done anything. We haven't logged into the machine. So it's a blank new machine. Click OK. Okay, so where you can see all the snapshots which you have taken, you can go to Oracle VirtualBox Manager. Not there. Come down to the taskbar, down at the bottom. Click on the other one. Yes. Now this one, this is only a machine. You don't have any other machine right now, only Windows machine. So we will add Linux machine as well. We will add MacBook as well. And then we will be enrolling those devices to test our deployments and all. Now click on the three dots. In front of the machine, you have three dots. Click on that and choose the snapshots. So you have taken two snapshot total. Yesterday, snapshot 1 and blank machine. Okay. So you have taken one more snap. That's okay. Leave it as it is. Okay, you can power off that machine. And tomorrow when you join, you start the machine 5 minutes before the session or 10 minutes before the session so that we can, everyone, you have to keep the machine ready before you join the session. Okay. Any question from anyone before we wrap it up? Hmm?
So through Intunes, we can enroll machine in. We can enroll Linux machine as well, and we can deploy applications as well. Right,
We
so
can enroll Linux machine. We can deploy configuration profiles on Linux machine, compliance policies,
compliance policy.
script. You can deploy a script, the shell script. Application is not possible from Intune
Okay.
portal, but there are some workaround, okay, to Linux machine.
Okay.
Okay, somebody needs recording yesterday's recording, so you need to reach me on my WhatsApp number. I will share the recording. I'm going to create a WhatsApp group today and then add you guys in. Okay. So those who would like to continue from tomorrow, you send me a message on WhatsApp. I will add you in that one, in the WhatsApp group. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, guys. We'll meet tomorrow. Bye now. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Thank you.